auction office smelled of cork and polish. Bottle shadows lined the walnut wall. A coated tag slept near the crystal ledger, green paper edged in burgundy and gold. You stood beside the tasting lamp unblinking, watching lightning flatten on the glass, and made the room feel priced above forgiveness. Wine cold, read me slow. Wine cold, let it breathe. You make secrecy taste almost floral. You make lying feel refined to me. Wine cold, leave the bottle unopened. Let the label darken in a hand. Wine cold, understand. You asked if I still saved expensive wrappers, if I still smell the cork before I sip, then set some hearts improving shadow storage, and smiled like age excused the bruise. Connie left a bit paddle by with decanter, number turned face down against the oak. I knew the room was betting on my weakness. Ooh, wine cold, read me slow. Wine cold, let it breathe. You make secrecy taste almost floral. You make lying feel refined to me. Wine cold, leave the bottle unopened. Let the label darken in my hand. Wine cold, understand. The tag was tied with one black wax thread, a column of numbers written in blue ink. You brushed it once against the sweating bottle, till one dark drop blurred half the final line. Far off the freight elevator side downward, a corkscrew flashed beside the silver tray, and every vintage looked like private leverage. Maybe taste is just a train seduction. Maybe that is why I stay too long. Maybe I keep loving numbered secrets for the way they make surrender look exact. You turned the bottle so the light went through it. I heard the storm hold still and called the color mercy. Smell the wet grape skins. The tag lay folded near the empty glass. You locked the cabinet with careful fingers, then left one fingerprint on the tasting lamp. The city rose in silver under thunder. The oak went pale beneath a cleaning cloth, but all that red stayed warm inside my mouth. The wine cold, redness stole. Secrecy taste almost floral. You make lying feel refined to me. Wine cold, leave the bottle unopened. Let the label darken in the hand. Wine cold, understand. Wine cold. The station kiosk smelled of coming rain ink, sodium lights staining magazines gold. A postcard relic hung beside the key rack, its corners curl like sing-saddle leaves. You still with coffee cooling and paper, watching departures flip from white to red, and made leaving look like cultivated talent. Wicked postcard from the night, wicked postcard. still save old destination maps, if I still sleep with tickets in my coat, then say goodbye is just an accent mark, a little tilt that changes how love sounds. Connie mail from nowhere just coordinates in one lipstick print beside the postmark date. I tasted rain and never checked the number. Wicked postcard from the night, wicked postcard, don't get lost. You make memory feel pre-addressed, you make distance worth the cost. Wicked postcard, write me crooked, write me with a stamp will never hold. Wicked postcard, fold me close. The postcard relic showed a coastline casino, faded pink and impossible palm. You turned it over, found a penciled warning, too smudged to save and too dark to ignore. A porter broom puddles from the tile seams, the loudspeaker cracked with foreign vowels, and every platform number looked like fake work. Maybe longing only needs a timetable, maybe I fall hardest where there's motion. Maybe paper holds more danger than a promise, because it travels farther after lies. You slid the card between my passport pages, I heard the train arrive and stayed exactly where I was. At morning the kiosk raised its metal shutter, the postcard relic warm beneath my thumb. You stepped aboard without a backward gesture, just one small knot framed clean against the glass. Headlights track silver rim, black rails, a station smelled of east and early diesel, and I kept your coastline like a fever match. Wicked postcard from the night, wicked postcard, don't get lost. You make memory feel pre-addressed, you make distance worth the cost. Wicked postcard, write me crooked, write me with a stamp will never hold. Wicked postcard, fold me close. The gallery was closing, lights half lowered, whetstone shining under purple bulbs. A violet relic sat inside a plinth, sharp set edges catching one last gleam. You walk beside the canvases like weather, all angular grace and practice calm. I felt the room buy down around my name. Violet teeth under velvet light, violet teeth in a velvet light. You make danger wear an orchid color, you make silence open up and bite. Violet teeth, don't smile too slowly, I might never make it home untouched. Violet teeth, take your time. You mention rent control and gallery donors, the locksmith who still owes you 25, then leaned in close to read the plaque aloud. Like history were flirting through your throat. Connie texted only one black heart and sent the venue pin without a word, as if she knew where trouble liked to exhibit. Oh, violet teeth under velvet light, violet teeth in the back of my mind. You make danger wear an orchid color, you make silence open up and bite. Violet teeth, don't smile too slowly, I might never make it home untouched. Violet teeth, take your time. The relic had a row of tiny notches, as if some old machine had learned to pray. You touched the glass and every spotlight shifted, painting your wrist in bruised amethyst. A mop bucket rang somewhere down the corridor. The guard coughed once and vanished through the dark, and all the portraits look complicit then. Maybe beauty should not feel this predatory. Maybe I just love a polished thread. Maybe art was always built for longing, the kind that leaves its teeth marks in the air. You stood between me and the exit placard. I read the word and stayed like language had failed me. By morning, the janitor had stripped the room bare, the relic on the wall suddenly plain. You lit a clove in the alley by the service door, the dawn still violet in the puddled street. Your coat held rain and pain and colder things. You kissed my knuckles like a private verdict and walked away before the buses. Whoa. Violet teeth under velvet light, violet teeth in the back of my mind. You make danger wear an orchid color. You make silence open up and bite. Violet teeth, don't smile too slowly. I might never make it home untouched. Violet teeth, take your time. A mahjong room, smell of jasmine steam. Tile click sleeping under folded cloth. A pair of vermilion dice on the sideboard. Caught neon from the alley in their shine. You leaned against a fan that wasn't turning, watching rain bead red along the sill, and made the room feel luckier than men. Vermilion dice, roll them slow. Vermilion dice, let them glow. You make chance feel almost personal. You make danger move in rows. Vermilion dice, keep me counting till the tea goes cold and midnight bends. Vermilion dice, don't let it end. You asked if I still believe in numbers, if birthdays still can tilt a week, of course. Then said desire works just like a pattern, only visible after enough repeats. Connie left one lacquer comb beside the kettle, a strand of black hair caught between the teeth. it's just a sweeter grammar. Maybe chance is how I pray at night. Maybe I keep loving what can fall wrong, because certainty has never held me close. You close your hand around the smaller die. I heard the kettle sigh and let the odds go where they wanted. At dawn the alley smelled of rice and rainwater. The dice lay still beside the empty cups. You drew one circle in the tea with a chopstick, then smiled before the surface calmed again. Street sweepers pushed pink water past the doorway. The fan stayed still above the folded table, and I went home with chance still in my mouth. A million dice, roll them slow. Vermilion dice, let them glow. You make chance feel almost personal. You make danger move in rows. Vermilion dice, keep me counting till the tea goes cold and midnight bends. Vermilion dice, don't let it end. The lounge beyond the steam room held its breath. Black marble dark beneath the votive glow. You sat with water tracing down your collarbone, like the room had chosen where to look. The kick from somewhere deeper in the building moved slow as blood through heated tile, and every shadow came out soft and near you. Velvet vapor in the air, velvet vapor everywhere. You make danger feel almost weightless. You make wanting easy to wear. Velvet vapor, keep me floating where the red light turns the body thin. Velvet vapor, pull me through. You asked if I still sleep with socks in winter, if bats still make me think too much of home. Then said desire likes a little moisture, a place to be before it falls. Connie left a towel rolled on the cedar bench, one corner damp, one corner kissed with ruse. Under the room had kept a ghost for hours. Velvet vapor in the air, velvet vapor everywhere. You make danger feel almost weightless. You make wanting easy to wear. Velvet vapor, keep me floating where the red light turns the body thin. Velvet vapor lowers draining heat. A water glass sweated circles on the ledge. The candle wax had been around the flame. You traced one river through the fogged up mirror, then let it vanish in your open hand. The vent breathed low above the cedar Rex. One drop fell clean into the basin sink, and every pulse in me went velvet slow. Maybe softness is the deep. me because they let me loosen from my name. You touched the back of my still then. I heard the low kick rise and drifted where it took me. You pushed the back of my still then. I heard the low kick rise and drifted where it took me. At dawn the steam had thinned to silver ribbons. The marble gave the room back to the light. You lit no candle, said no final sentence. Just pressed the glass ring flat beneath your thumb. Outside the city sharpened into angles. Inside the warmth stayed folded in my skin. And all that vapor moved with me downstairs. Velvet vapor in the air. Velvet vapor everywhere. You make danger feel almost weightless. You make wanting easy to wear. Velvet vapor keep me floating where the red light turns the body thin. Velvet vapor pull me in. The radio booth after sign off pulse softly. Meters dimming down to tired green. A cigarette ember traced one quiet comma near the half-open script book on the desk. You sat where voices used to fill the city. Hands folded over dead air silence and made the groove feel louder than the signal. Velvet signal lost tonight. Velvet signal lost. Stay light. You make silence feel almost broadcast. You make danger bite. Velvet signal lost. Keep me listening after all the words have thinned and gone. Velvet signal lost. Stay on. Stay on. You asked if I still sleep with radios on. If static still can make me think of home, then said some love survived by I stay tuned in. Maybe I keep loving things that fade, because they leave their ghost inside the room. You touched the fader but did not move it. I heard the low kick rise, and let the dead air fill with pulse.